I don't want to touch this while I'm doing this, but I feel like I kind of have to. If I go to sound settings, right. Right. Volume mixer? No, I don't want to mess with this right now. And what is this here? Hold on, let me bring this over here. This is... Right, no, that's right. No, that's right. No, that's it. All right. Okay. What's up? Bring back the butcher. Yeah, I was up a little late, I figured, and I do have a coffee. So I was like, you know what? I'll go live. Houston is up. Just got home from a friend's show. Nice. Yeah, I like this one too. I think the fretboard's a little even darker than the telly. A little bit. Plus, it's got the hot rod red, which is quite sporty. I've been thinking about doing a mint green pickguard. I've given it some thought. I actually have one for a standard Strat. It will just pop right in. Oh, wrong one. This one. You know, it's already got the like the off-colored plastics, right? Instead of the bright white plastics. So I bet the mint green would look pretty good with it. Would soften it up a bit. I don't know, just a thought. I do have one. I could do it. Original neck, yeah. This is the original neck. Fender Stratocaster, I believe it says up there. Etched in there. Oh yeah, no, the fretboard is oh, that's nice. I like this guitar a lot. Yeah, that red is really popping. They could have called it poppin' red. Blood red. Lipstick red. Fire engine red. Nope, hot rod red. They went with hot rod. It's a little more white and I think a little less orange than the Torino red or the Fiesta red. What's up, Jamal? What model? This is just a standard Stratocaster, American Standard. This is one of the first ones they did with an all rosewood neck, though. They did it in the red, and I want to say Sonic Blue. And then that sold pretty well. And then they did the Telly, which is the Telly that I have. This was like the year prior, or 2 years prior. I think 1 year prior. So this is probably 2015. The Telly was 2016. Then they did this guitar in a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different configurations. So, and it was, the rosewood neck was available at the mod shop. So there's a whole bunch of variations out there. But they did like a rose gold body with, I want to say, a, like a perloid pickguard. That might have been single, double, right? It had a humbucker in it. They did like a 70 style with the large headstock. Again, all rosewood necks. They've done a few runs. But I don't know what the status is going to be at some point. But I have two of them. I have one Telly and one Strat. Rosewood. Why was I thinking roasted maple? Well, most of them are roasted maple now. But that's solid rosewood. Yeah. With the walnut stripe. Shows you how much lighter the walnut is than the rosewood. How's the neck profile compared to the green Strat? The green Strat actually has a 59 neck on it, which is a D profile. This is rounder in the back. It's thinner side to side. And stays a little thinner going up. And stays rounder. The neck on the green Strat is flatter in the back, a little wider, and has more cheek as you get up higher. Right, more side ass as you go up. A little flatter in the back and more cheek. So it feels thicker. It'll feel bigger in the hand. Just because of the way it's cut. It's funny because the soft V is actually a pretty thick neck, like front to back. But because it slopes off so quickly, it actually kind of feels a little small in the hand. Right, it's just the trickery of the cut. Well, welcome, Blazing Buzzard. Are there leather pickguards? God, I would think so, because they've made wood, metal. Somebody has had to have tooled. Maybe not. Well, I suppose you could just do an insert, right? Make a leather pickguard. It must have happened. I'm going with a hearty yes. Even though I have absolutely no evidence of it. Very classy guitar. Oh, yeah. Nothing says class like a rosewood neck. It's like wicked classy. That's what we're going for. I like the color. YouTube wants me to run an ad. You know why? See, the other time, normally they would ask me to run an ad like right away. They were waiting for enough people to get in here. They're like, oh, now you should run it. When did they ask me? When it crossed over 50 people. Oh, YouTube. Ever use a Vega-Trem? No, I get asked that a lot. A lot of Vega-Trem people out there, apparently. The answer is a wholehearted no. You have 80,000 subs. That's like selling out Madison Square Garden twice. It is. And 21 million views. That's like selling out Madison Square Garden like 4 times. I'm not good at math. Thunderfoot powers up. That last E just does it. It's a tearjerker. This rose would get darker from age or from oils off fingers. I don't think it's age. I think it's oils off fingers and just, hitting it up with a little bit of mineral oil. Like when you armor all your dashboard. When you armor all your fingerboard. What pickups are those? Sounds great. These are the Fat 50s, which I think, like the Twisted Telly, I think these are custom shop, but I don't know. Maybe they're not. It could be just a stock production pickup, but I'm not sure. The Fender Fat 50s. Strat neck, yep. It's shipped with it straight from the factory. They've done quite a few of these. It's funny because when I got the Telly, at first they were saying like, limited edition, but then they got rid of the words limited edition because I think they were selling pretty well and changed it to Guitar Center exclusive. They ran with that for a little while, but then it wasn't a Guitar Center exclusive. That, the Surf Green Telly, they did 2 iterations. The one I have is the Twisted Telly pickups, which are custom shop, and the individual saddles. Then later on, I think they did. Oh, I just think it's just the stock USA pickups. I forget what they are, and the brass barrel, a little bit more traditional. Hanging my guitars on the wall to save space. Extra bit for any guests. Any suggestions? String swing I think makes a wall unit. I have a wall unit over here. I don't know if if I switch to this camera, if you'll be able to see it. Let me see if you can see this. You might not be able to see it, but you see it up there? See that hanger? Right, it's got all those guitars hanging on it. You can see I got like a bunch of guitars crammed in a pretty small space. It's a really good space saver because you can put the guitars at an angle and get them in pretty tight to each other. So that came in two parts. One, you had to get the slat, which I can't find anymore. That company's like gone. And when you check out the slat, you really have to like have a little bit of an engineering mind and saying, well, I'm going to have to run some of these through this metal to really pin this metal in, and I did that. And some of them are just through the wood, and I really like pin that into the, to the beams and everything, because it's holding 10 guitars. 10. It's got to support a lot of weight. But I did, got the wood screws, tapped it into the beams, got it really in there good. And then you buy the hangers are by a separate company. The people that make the slat board and the people that make the hangers are two different companies. The hangers I was less impressed with. I don't put my most expensive guitars up there for a reason. I don't have the greatest confidence in the hangers. Those are available from many different companies. I went with one of the cheaper ones, and boy, they weren't kidding. It's they're pretty cheap. I was like, is this even going to hold the guitar? But they do. They hold. They work. But it's a real safe space saver because of you can just literally just put them all side by side. These are way more spread out. These are just, I have a wall that's made out of wood, and it's got the, the oriented strand board, the thick stuff, plus an overlay sheathing, to give it a look. These are all separated. These are just, so I can only get 5 in this entire wall. I could probably get 20 if I had the same system as I have over there. So you definitely get way more with the slat board, way more in the same space than with the front facing like this. But I don't know if I'd put my most expensive guitars on that slat board. It's these feel way safer than that thing over there. They really, like I said, String Swing makes one, but I'll bet it's expensive and it's probably really sturdy. Oh, thanks, Chris. Here's for the late night fund. Enjoyed your chat with the Tone King last night, as did I. Oh, look who's up. Mr. Blue Ranch himself. What's up, Sean? Oh, hanging at an angle absolutely saves space. I literally have 10 guitars in that spot. And, it's not that big of a spot. It's only maybe 7 or 8 feet long. I'd have to check. But you really got to bolt it. You need first of all, you need a strong wall, right? It's some chintzy, rock board over aluminum, like separator, like an office wall. I would have no confidence in. But if you got some good sturdy, beam stock to latch onto and screw into, it works. But again, I'd put kind of all my beaters up there. Make way on the nice rack. The other place I store them, if you don't want to put them up on is I do use the roll around racks just to keep them. But that's because I have a particular situation down here where the basement floods. I have to keep them up off the floor. So it's not really applicable in most situations. It's an unnecessary step that most people don't have to deal with. What's my most expensive guitar? Well, in terms of money I've paid out of pocket versus guitars that, I just have that I probably got at a pretty serious discount, knowing what they go for new. In the first category, like outlay, I think the most is still the Larrivee. I think that was $16.99. Yeah, $16.99 I paid for that guitar. And then but I would say that Vola Custom is probably the most expensive guitar I have. That Ibanez guitar I think had like a $4,600 list when it was new, but that's a ridiculously inflated MSRP. I think the dealer sold them around $29.99, about $3,000. The Select Strat was around $3,000 MSRP, but again, the same thing. They sold really like $21.99, $19.99 on sale. Exactly, never paid full price. I paid $14.99 for the IBI, and I paid $8.99 for the Fender. I paid more for this. This was $9.99. I paid $100 more for this over the Select Strat. And the Select Strat probably was double the MSRP. Again, it's just hitting it just right. I know a dude who got a Select Strat. Again, it was like $7.99. Couldn't buy it fast enough. And they were almost, oh, I don't think we have that. He's like, I don't want to hear it. You better send that Select Strat right over. They did. They sent it to him. Most expensive guitars, a ukulele costs more than the Larrivee. They come with Don Ho's Soul in a jar. Tiny bubbles. I like the 2023 Charvels. Yeah, I haven't really looked at them. I haven't really. God, this thing feels like it's just making all kinds of noise. Charvel, you say, huh? New guitars. So many overlays. Are these them? Those them? Where's the new stuff? The new Charvel. Oh God, it's a fucking video. Fuck off. Fuck off. Christ. Do you just have the new? There we go. See, this is what I need. Thank you. Thank you. Can we just filter down it? And they're putting the new stuff at the top. I like that. Thank you. Okay. Kill the video guy. That's kind of nice. I think I like the red. Oh, green's quite sporting as well. I think I still like the red. So what do you got? Gold? What are they calling it? So you're going to pop up and tell me what the name of this color is? Little Pharaoh. Oh, here it is. Pharaoh's gold. Ferrari red. Now you're talking. And of course, a Lambo green. Of course. I mean, if you're going to do Ferrari red, you might as well do Lambo green. Anything else would have been a disappointment. The gloss black. Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not crazy about those knobs, though. No. Yeah. I need nice knobs. I'm a knob snob. Yeah, not bad. I don't like the satins. I'm not crazy about satin. It's a sporting guitar, I guess. I don't know, buy a Strat. This I like. I think I really like that. Candy apple red. I like the color. Love that color. Pharaoh's gold. And again, satin primer gray. You know, we were at that Mercedes dealership last week, 2 weeks ago. They had the hot new cars, inside the showroom, like really expensive cars. And 2 of the cars were in satin finishes. I'm like, a satin finish on a fucking car? You can't even be serious. They look like they were primered. I'm like, is this car coming out of the body shop? They're like, no, that's the color, bro. I'm like, huh. Just throwing it against the wall and seeing if it sticks, huh? That is nice. I like that Ferrari red. Is that a metallic color? Is it metallic? I don't think so. I think it's a solid. Although, I feel like that Lambo looks a little metallic, doesn't it? Does it say it's a? They give you a spec on it? Yeah, metallic. Nice. And I'm assuming the Ferrari red is also. Oh, Christ! Of course you have to open that tab up. Nice coding, brah. No, see, Ferrari red, not metallic. Bam! There's your answer, bro. No metallic. I like the look of that though. That's a gorgeous guitar. So is this. I might even like the green better than the. Get rid of my green Strat. Right? Sell it to Jamal. Jamal, I need like $10.99.99. Ferrari Lambo colors, but never louder Yugo. I know. No one does Yugo Gold anymore. Yugo Brown? Probably one of this. We can't stand a black body and a maple neck. Contrast. Too much of a contrast. Yeah. Symmetry is here. Little education for you. Yeah, the hollow flash. Bring back the hollow flash. How many guitars you have now? I don't even know. I've sold a lot though. I'm getting down there. I'm whittling down. I'm getting down there. Because it was a little out of control. I'm tripping over freaking guitars down here. At some point it just gets a bit ridiculous, and it's like it's time to get rid of it. I sold a bunch, and I gave a bunch away. God, I've probably given away a half dozen guitars in the last 2 years. Of the Shark guitar by EVH. Yeah, I don't know. I know the one you're talking about, and it's got like the cutout in it. But he famously said he hated the tone of that guitar after he made the mod. It's like, what are they doing? They're down to the guitars he, like, on record hated. Exactly, there's a fine line between collecting and hoarding. What did I sell? I've sold a bunch of. God. I had a couple Strats I got rid of. The 70s Strat, that 60s Strat, got rid of that. Got rid of, I had a couple of keyboards I got rid of. What else did I get rid of? I'd have to go back and take a look, but bunch of crap, bunch of pedals, never using. A couple of pedals I pulled off the shelf. I said, well, let me just test this, and they like didn't work. I was like, yeah, all right, don't, you know. Not every pedal is a winner. Found these tonight. Should I get a 5150 Iconic, an old Carbon 100P, or the new PD6505 reissue? I'd have to just got a Voyager, yeah. My gut would tell me the 5150 Iconic. That was my initial. Like, if you just, all three of those are pretty good amps. But my initial gut feeling was the 5150. Well, welcome, Symmetry. Oh, we have a new member. We have to welcome. Hold on, we got to get a good bell going here. That's a much better bell. Symmetry. Welcome to Cool Bro. Member of the Shame Club. There's great shame upon your family now. Shame. Shame. Is that green telly from Amazon? Yeah, I think that's their primary, right? Eart. I got that from Eart. But yeah, they sell on Amazon. So this is the sister to the telly you had earlier. Yeah, so I got the telly first. And, then I saw this up there, and I knew that they had done a run of these in the Hot Rod Red. They'd also made it in a Sonic Blue, which I didn't think looked nearly as good as the Hot Rod Red. They also did a Sunburst. And they've done a few other colors, but I still kept going back to the Hot Rod Red. So one showed up, like, right after I got that telly on Guitar Center Used. They showed up for $9.99. And I said, I'll take it. Yeah, these are stainless frets. Yep. Metallic paint job. Of all the, budget guitars, although they're kind of hard to compare because some of those Donners are literally $99, and that's more like $350. It's hard to compare a guitar that costs 3.5 times as much, right? But of all, say, the sub $400 guitars that I've tried, Eart and Donner and the Boya and Ziki and all this, I thought Eart, they come out of the case, I think, best set up. I've never had a problem with them. The Donner, sometimes I have to turn the truss rod. Sometimes I might have to. That's really usually what it is. You have to turn the truss rod a little bit. That's almost always what it is. Now, always start there because you can get 99% of what you're looking for just by adjusting the truss rod and not having to go to individual saddles or anything like that. Do you still have the Kramer Special? I do. Good morning, Rax Effects. Good to see you. Hey, I don't know the Barney Miller theme off the top of my head. I'd have to study it again. It was a long time ago I played that. A bunch of guitars that only had 4 amps. I'm kind of in a similar situation, way more guitars than amps. Because I go through the software. So I never really felt the need to go out and buy a bunch of amps. Good night, Steve. Still up passing out now. I hear you. I almost didn't come on here because I was really yawning right before I came on, but then Sort of fought through it. That's what I do. That's what I do for my bros, especially my cool bros and my hot shots. Oh my God, this microphone is driving me nuts. I'm telling you, I can hear it. It's like it's hitting something. It's hitting something. You hear that? It's making me crazy. Come on, check, check. 1, 3. The headstock on the green tail, it looks like a Sir. Do you ever get it? Oh God, what am I hitting here? Hold on, guys, hold on. Check, check. Yeah, that's much better now. Oh my God, that's so much better. Yeah, that was a, you could hear it. That was a microphone cord that was wrapped around this cord. But every time it moved ever so slightly, the rubber would rub on the outside of that cable and cause like a friction sound, like a rubbing noise, like sympathetic pickup. And you know, I've just used this rig for countless hours. It's like you drive a car long enough, you know every little thing about it. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I'm caught up on something, and I was caught up on a mic cable. Time to go wireless. Oh yeah, what possibly could go wrong? Do you even listen to yourself sometimes? Wireless. Don't make me come over there. Desk clips, yeah, I guess. Sounds a whole lot better, yeah. Yeah, I could tell you, I could hear it. It was like just this constant little bleed in the background where it's like somebody crinkling a little piece of paper. And you're like, making me a little mental. God, I do like this neck down. It is a comfy neck. Although I will say, I still think that the most comfortable neck I have of all my Strats is still that Select Strat. It's the silkiest. How many guitars do I have now? I don't know. You lose count. 100 billion. A Roadstar Pro 4 540p. Was that the power? 540p? I don't know. I forget it. Just Buddy. Is that Henri? That is Cutie. Cutie Boots. With their wee boots. Oh, sure, no, just go wherever you want. Yeah, the power. I don't think I ever played a power. I don't know if we ever got one in, but I feel like we might have. Right, with the shark tooth inlay? I feel like we did get one in. Binding on the neck and the shark tooth inlay? Or is that the power 2? And the power 1 was the dot inlay. Exactly. I have 4? That's the answer to everything. 4? That's the pick collection. Pick collection is awesome. I wish Gary Davlin was here, because we have the same illness. We have a love for the, for the Hufschmidt picks, and he just added a whole bunch of new stuff, some glow stuff and some Torlon, and I tell you, it's tempting. It's tempting. I do love his picks. Oh yeah, it's good. That's the good stuff. Oh yeah, no, that's good. You just scratch right there. Oh. Somebody's like, what are we doing? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? What are you doing? What are you doing, Craig? What are you doing, you little... Oh, now be careful. You can't be over here and laying down next to me, because you're going to wind up getting your tail rolled over. Wolfschmidt? No, Hufschmidt. Hufschmidt. Hufschmidt, damn it. He makes stuff like, if I can reach it here. Like that. Let's go to pick cam. Right there. Yeah, right there. There you go. See it over the white. That's a Hufschmidt pick. Oh, I'm getting the bump leg. I'm getting the bump leg over here. Here's a nice, another Hufschmidt, which I think, it's just me, I think works very well with this guitar. Sometimes you just need a pick to match your guitar. The pick that really, complements and, works with the guitar. And, I just feel like this guitar and this pick right here, they got a thing going on. Me and Mrs. Jones. Big Attack must be like to use those picks. Oh yeah. You whip them out to the audience. Ah, my eye. It's a coaster, no, it's a wheel chalk. Open string noise. Yeah, they give your fingers a hernia. Exactly. Big lump on the front of your fingers. I herniated my fingers. You got an Explorer not working for you? Love the neck, but the fretwork is awful. I just hit it with a little sanding sponge on the side. Tape it off. Hit it with the old sanding sponge. You see action the 6/64 in the bass. You get it to stop pinging. Yeah. You really, really... I just really find that truss rod adjustments go a long way to help with that. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a little bit, to get a nice clear ringing But, you know, like this action is relatively high to some of my other guitars, but I kind of like it. I mean, I could probably drop it down a little bit by tightening the neck a hair, but, you know, I don't know. Sometimes you just get a better tone because, you're just a little bit farther away from the strings. It really rings out a little bit better. You adjusted the truss rod, it's up high where it's bad. Well, usually my experience is, and this is a very generalized experience, is that if you're getting a lot of buzz down in the lower frets, it's because you're too tight and your neck is humped, right? It's bowed back a little bit too much. But when you're dead in the center, in other words, you're kind of fine up here, you're actually kind of fine down here, but in the middle, you have a problem, like right dead center, like right around the B, A to B to C area. You're too far forward. You have too much of a bowl, and when you press down, you're fretting out in the above, right? Because it's launching back up again just a little too quickly. There, straightening it out and maybe raising the bridge a hair, would help it. But it's a lot. You got to go. It's snappy. It just needs proper leveling. That's actually so much easier now than it was. You can get those beams off of Amazon for short money, a little leveling beam. Don't be afraid to do some of your own fret work, but do be afraid if you don't tape the neck off. Be very afraid. Because people that are lazy and don't tape the neck off, I've seen those, they just gouge stuff. They don't realize just how quickly the neck can get ruined by fret file. But if you tape the neck off, do the sides first and then each individual fret, you can usually go to town and like really work on the frets, and you never know, it'd be like a brand new freaking guitar. They'll look like brand new frets. A little bit of you've done it before, yeah. A little bit of leveling, a little bit of crowning, and then a little polish at the end. I tell you, it's like getting a whole new guitar. Yeah, you can do wonders with a grind. I gotta have a light touch though. Actually, I find the Dremel with the polishing wheels is really good for the final step polishing. I really do get like a mirror finish at the very, very end. Since switching to that, adding a little bit of what is that? Flitz, the metal paste. Works great. Turns the wheel completely black, but man, does that thing come out like a mirror finish. Looks fantastic. Yeah, Flitz. Yeah. Yeah. Either one, literally just the tiniest little drop. All you need. You could do probably half the friggin', a third of the fretboard. And just keep re-upping a little bit of the Flitz here or there. By the way, Steve Neumann released open back headphones. Oh, yeah, the NDH30, they're amazing. Yeah, I like open back for what I do here. I do use those Neumanns a lot, though, because it's right next to the furnace. And right now is a good time of year because the heat isn't really kicking on. It's too warm outside, and the AC isn't really on yet because it's dry and it's really not hot enough to turn the air conditioning on yet. So the furnace hasn't been running. But soon, within about a month, that AC is going to be on like 24/7 for about 3 months. Have a good one, Ace. Still have the Harley Benton Fusion 2? I do not. The only Harley Benton I still have is the Amarok, I'm a rock, you're a rock, everyone's a rock. I do like that I'm a rock. That's a great guitar. Do I have any other Harley Bentons? I don't think so. I think I sold them all. Some of the SG, no way. I like my SG. I don't own a Flying V. Good morning, Sweden. Is Ola about to go? Is his video about to drop in like 10 minutes? I usually try to get out of town before Ola goes live. No one wants to compete with that dude. I need an Explorer-shaped object again. Yeah, I could get another Explorer, style guitar. That's never really been my style, though. I'm more either like Strat or Les Paul. Tend to be. Because my first nice guitar was a Les Paul shape, and my second was a Strat. It's amazing how much that can influence you. Yeah, I had a V, but it actually had a surprisingly thick neck on it. I was shocked at how it was a traditional style neck, that's for sure. It never really gelled with it. It was a satin finish, what they would call the faded. Never really got on with it, and it was bright. Oh my God, were those pickups bright? Like the 490T or something like that. I forget. What was it? Does that sound right? And I wound up selling it. I bought that guitar for like $499. I think I sold it for like $550. Now they're like $1,200. I got 3 minutes to Ola's countdown. I know I should probably get to bed anyway. It's almost 2 a.m. here. You ever try to run 2 guitar software at the same time? THU guitar. I think I did. I actually think I did try that. I do notice that, though, when you add more effects, like you just even have somebody over and I run 2 instances of like THU, sometimes I've got to mess with my settings a little bit because it just puts a beat down on my computer. This computer's pretty strong. This one would be less affected, but some of my older ones, I had to like double the friggin' buffer size, or we were glitching and dropping. Couldn't handle 2 live instances. Bonjour de France. We were saying that this neck looked like chocolat. It's the only word I know. It's my crisis word in case I ever get lost in Paris. Chocolat? That's all I got. So glad I got to see the latest show. I missed your 7 o'clock show. Yeah, it actually started at 7:30. I was running late tonight. It was a planned 7:30, but still 7:30. Got a little late. Found it better. In a DOF, I use THU and Wave State standalone. It glitches, right? Yeah, because the host, the VST host, will make them play nice together in Reaper. Make them, in Cakewalk or Reaper. You know what I'm saying? That audio engine, that VST engine, will really handle that much better than trying to do. Because they're both. What happens when you run them individually is I find they both want to take over the audio, and it winds up, each of them affecting each other. Whereas, Reaper makes them play nice. In case you leave, all right, that's for you, buddy, Ike. Yeah, this is a nice guitar. Did I mention the Shokala? Okay, just making sure. All right. All right, dudes, I should get going. It's 1:55 a.m. here. Yeah, you could, Nick. You could set the processor affinity for each application. Not only is it a pain in the ass, some apps shit their pants when you do that. They're like, herp, derp, what? It's like, you don't know. We have no idea how it's coded. We used to do that, though, when we used to do those, we used to run those analysis. They would run these big models, and they'd run 2 instances, and they'd assign each processor to each instance. But that was like basically a DOS program that would just sit there and chug for like, a day, and they'd get all the results. It's so funny because we brought in a DEC Alpha, right? But DEC Alpha handles floating point in a different way than Intel. And so they would run the models on the Alpha, and they would get different results. And it didn't matter which result was more accurate. They have to be consistent, and they dump that Alpha immediately. Just because the models didn't agree with each other. And you wouldn't know whether you ran the model on the Alpha or on the 86, right? Crazy. Marketing. No, you rock. All right, we better get out of here. It's almost all the time. That Viking's going to storm in here and hit me with the trident. I don't know, whatever they use. That Neptune, I don't even know. Neptune, Vikings, it's all the same. All right, you rock. And have a good one. And we'll see you in a week. And there you have it. All right. I'll try to have to end it over here. End the stream here, and you're gonna get wacky, a little nutty. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you.